Hey guys, Czar here. Hope all is well. Trust you're having a good day so far. Happy Monday to you. It's Monday, September 30th, the last day of September and the last day of the quarter. And so tomorrow, of course, we start a new quarter and a new month, and that can certainly have an effect on prices. I moved over to a new gaming PC this weekend, and I'm having some sound issues. So if things sound a little different today and even look a little different, had to change both visuals and audios here, that's the reason why. And so things might sound a little echoey, a little funny, a little delayed, and so on. But please bear with me as I figure out buffering and latency issues and what have you. Here's a daily frame, guys, coming into today. We're about to open. In fact, we are open now on New York. Daily frame, we have a down day on the NASDAQ, a down day on the S&P, and marginal bearish bodies here so far this morning. But that, of course, can change very quickly. Let's take a look at the 1 minute, two sisters, NASDAQ and S&P. There's the 1 minute open range still forming and is done right about now. And there's the second 1 minute candle. Let's move over to my trading grid. That, by the way, is the London Open from 3 o'clock this morning, New York time. Interesting that we are back at the London Open. I'm going to take that off now, guys, right there. And we'll focus on the 1 minute open range for New York, which you see right there, the high and low, of course. Daily chart up in the top left, guys. There's that down day and really doji style body right now. Just flipped bullish here all of a sudden. Here's the 30 minute range, guys. We're in the middle of this range, kind of grinding up a little bit here, or more than grinding, we're moving up here towards the top end of this zone. There is a resistance area here from nearer the open or the early part of the UK session. It is a reasonable zone, not particularly strong based on the open. The more important zones, of course, are the ones like up here, for instance, from the crossover on Friday from the London session into the New York session. That's a powerful zone. Then above that, we have clean traffic. See that way up there? So for now, we are pushing up. Going to be very patient, guys. It is Monday, as we know, as you might know. Manic Monday, meandering Monday, messy Monday. That's not always the case, of course, but it often is. And I'm a little extra patient on Mondays, typically. The 1 minute chart, guys, is going to drop down to the 30-second chart for now. And we will, you know what? Back on the 1 minute, guys. It's clean enough. I don't need the 30-second here today. If I do, I'll just flip it over. So for now, guys, given that I'm not loving the sound in my ears right now, and it's not just the sound of my voice, which is certainly part of it, I'm going to speak less on this video and just watch and illustrate what I'm doing, what I'm thinking if I can. So bear with me as I deal with these sound issues. All right, guys, I'm back. Not touching this. We are pushing higher, but there's nothing for me to do. All right, guys, we're back. Watching this now, of course, we've pushed up handily above the open range here on the NASDAQ. We are bullish on the 30-minute, having broken this zone for now. There's another one just above, and that could be a bit of a problem, given that it's a fairly important one, too, from New York on Friday. The daily is a down day, but a bullish body, so kind of giving us some mixed messages here. Again, it is Manic Monday. It is also quarter end and month end, so an interesting few things here conspiring to give us some mixed messages. So I'm going to just be sitting here and watching and waiting for some resourceful structure to set up before taking a trade, if I take a trade at all. All right, guys, we're back. We have news coming out in about 3 minutes. The Chicago PMI. I'm going to drop down now to the 30-second chart here on the right-hand side. You can see we have had a fairly orderly pullback here into the 21 EMA on the 30-second chart. Of course, on the 1 minute, didn't quite make it yet back to the 21. We don't have to. Nothing magical about it, but it is something that I do like to watch. News in about a minute and a half. We'll see how we react to that and then whether there's a trade here or not. For me, I'd be looking at longs, obviously, because we are above the open range. I don't short above the open range here during the first hour or so. If we deviate significantly from the open range, I may take a reversal trade later in the morning. I used to take them in the afternoon, but these days I stop trading at around 11:30 or 12 noon most days. And the news is out. No real reaction to the news. Back to the 1 minute chart. All right, guys, we're back. Notice how we've pulled all the way back to the open range, which is also consistent with the European open range, London and Germany and the gang over across the water. All right, guys, we're back. Just breaking the prior 30-minute candle low here. Just bringing out a marker. This is not an order yet. This is not live, guys, not live. I'll tell you if and when I go live. So we're fairly extended to the downside now on the 1 minute chart, as you can see. But I like that we're pushing up here. If we get some structure back and then break the low, I'll be considering a short. Daily is a down day, marginal bearish body for now. That would stay bearish, of course, if we broke the low. 30-minute rejection wick up here on the 30-minute. We're into a newer 30-minute candle here, which is a lower high from the prior candle, right? And we have broken the prior candle low so far. If we do it again, I'm willing to toss the coin on calling heads for a short here. Here we go. And I'm in, guys. I am in. Short the NASDAQ. Session lows, 9 below 21, EMA's dropping. Failed attempt above open range, breaking down below open range on that rejection. This is the three sisters, guys. You'll see the S&P also weakening here, driving back into the open range below VWAP, having failed to stay above VWAP. High here, a lower high, and even lower high, and now breaking, trying to break almost the session lows here, which would be this piece right there, the very first candle, in fact, and see if we can get to that promised land. All right, guys, driving down now. I'm going to move my stop to break even, just to play it real safe here, as I often do on Manic Mondays. Just to lock in a sure no lose, certainly not a sure win. Very high chance of being stopped out here, guys, at break even. If I am, I will keep the video running to see how this trade eventually pans out and whether or not, in hindsight, the move to break even was resourceful or not. Again, bit of a game because I'm making the decision based on all the information I have available to me right now in real time. So it's not really relevant, but I know many of you want to see what happens. And just so you get an idea of the times when it really pays off to do such a dynamic move and when it doesn't. I'll be back. And there it is, guys. So stopped out at break even. I will continue the video to see how this pans out, whether we go all the way back or whether we hit profits. I'll put you on pause and bring you back. And sure enough, guys, there it is. Came all the way back to the original stop. So once again, possibly 3 or 4 trades in a row that went to break even ended up being losers. And you can look through the most recent videos to see that. So being dynamic on these stops at around the 3/4 point has been beneficial lately. It doesn't mean that it always is. Sometimes it'll cost you an R, or cost me an R in this case. But in this one, out break even, defensive, protective on meandering Monday, something you'll see me do quite often, and as you can see, for good reason. Have an amazing day, guys. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you.